Yeah, imagine you're on a date with someone, right? And the entire time they're just recording what they're eating and you're just looking at them record themselves. It's not about, taking them to dinner. It's where are you taking them? I'm thinking because we live in Miami, it's all about where can you take me?
I honestly agree with what she said. Like, first date, I don't think I would want to invite anybody to my apartment or house. Fair enough.
I don't even think drinks is wise on the first date.
Really? Okay, tell me. What's up, everybody? You guys shit there, dude? This is what it's like getting a dog, guys.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of
The Coffee Breakup.
Starring Rambo
That's me.
and Austin Powers. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Happy Halloween, guys. It's
Happy Halloween.
It's the month of the year that we last year we were like a German Oktoberfest visitor. And who were you last year? Mario?
Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Bitch.
Which is like your iconic outfit.
No. Well, yeah.
Kind of.
It's a pretty good outfit.
It is a good outfit.
This one's pretty good, too.
It's pretty for like a last minute kind of thing.
Honestly, I think you can go out like that.
I maybe I should. Not tonight for sure.
Just
maybe.
wait, those boots?
No, those are mine. But
the pants
are mine too.
What did you get then?
I got the tank top. I got the bullets. I had the bandana. And
damn.
Yeah.
Dog tag. Perfect.
Not bad, right, dude?
Nice, dude.
For like a little improvised here, but.
Well, all right. So, what do we have in store today?
Are you gonna wear this thing the whole time?
No, I'm gonna take these off.
Yeah, because people listening, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this guy?"
Oh yeah, so
autism.
I have that fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That's fucked up.
Take it back.
Yeah, bro, we can get canceled for that. I'm wearing fake teeth. Yeah, I think if there's ever an episode, you should be watching, is definitely this one.
Certainly, because
just give me I think I can get used to this.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, I'm perfectly normal.
You sound like you normally do, so.
Anyways, this is definitely an episode you want to be watching because we are dressed up in Halloween gear. Marvin is a German Rambo. I am a discount Austin Powers. I'm wearing the fake teeth. The fake teeth are going to come off.
Yeah.
Hold on. Anyways, so where do we begin, sir?
So I wanted to talk about this video. We're a little late to the party, but I figured we'll make it. We'll still make it happen because there might be some people that haven't watched it or they would love to get our nice feedback. And it's I'm sure you've watched it. The 48 Oyster girl is what they dub her.
Yeah, what was the story behind that?
The story was that she was
what is it? Was she unattracted to the guy or
she wasn't interested in the guy. He was messaging her for weeks and she kept him on red and really didn't put any effort, but she said that she was bored. And so she was like, you know what, like this is the spot. They have like a special for oysters, and this is like in Atlanta. So she's like, oh, I guess let's go here, right? You know, I'm bored. I have nothing else to do. So they went. She ordered oysters, 3 dozen, 40.
3 dozen, 12, 24, 36, 48.
48, 4 dozen. Forgive me, 4 dozen oysters. Which who can eat that many oysters, dude? It's kind of gross.
Oysters are good, dude.
I know, but not 48. And she got like mashed potatoes.
Yeah, oh yeah, then she kept on eating.
She kept on eating. She got like.
Why don't we watch the video? Let's watch the video.
Yeah,
let's watch the video.
Yeah, let's go. Let me send it to you.
Or why don't you just? Can't you just do it here? No,
I won't be able. I won't be able to switch out, and I do want to be able to.
No. Never mind.
I'll send it to you. We both watch it.
Attached one video. Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay, so let's on one, 2, and 3. We click together.
1, 2, on 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
A few weeks ago, out with my friends, this nigga been texting me for weeks, talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, bitch, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, can we meet for drinks? And I'm like, yeah, meet me here. They got the best fucking oysters in Atlanta, like, hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on.
Is that you?
No.
Y'all, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie. No, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that. It was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good. It was just so good. Like, I had to. It was so good. So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why the fuck this bitch ass nigga say he going to the bathroom and never come back? The fuck? I'm like, hold the fuck on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes, bitch. What the fuck this nigga at? Had to end up grabbing a tab, bitch. Nigga left me with his little one fucking drink. Yeah, bitch. I'm so glad bitch keep me some money, cause what? That was crazy to me. And I said, bitch, you running out on the tab. He talking about, I'm offering you to drink. The fuck are you talking about, bitch?
What do you, the audio is pretty good, actually. What do you think about this? That's fucking crazy, dude. I think that's so insulting.
I'm kind of disgusted.
I'm disgusted. I'm repulsed. And it's going to bring up later on in the story. We'll talk about another story, another question I've been meaning to ask you. But it's a great way to kind of dive into it, because, like, what are like dating etiquettes? You and I were both in relationships, so I mean, think generally speaking, most people who are single, this is what they deal with, right? Going on dates and etiquettes. Where am I gonna take this girl? Where is this guy gonna take me? What should I order from the menu? Should I spend so much? Should I spend this much? Taboos, and what should I and what shouldn't I do? So what are your thoughts on that? If you can put yourself maybe.
I mean, dude, not even that, dude. Just first things first. It's kind of sad that people would just. It's like you're going for a free meal.
Yeah.
Like the guy wants, like he essentially he's paying for your attention. He's paying for like your time. He wants to like share that with you, but you just want a free meal out of it. I mean, it sucks. It's life, People, it happens. It happens more often than not.
It does happen.
It's frustrating to see that. Yeah. Because then you want someone to try, you want someone to go out and like go out of their way to take you somewhere, but for you to just take advantage of them, dude, like that's where it kind of sucks. Because then like we want people, like we always talk about like, all right, look, like approach people, go up to them, be honest with them, be genuine. But then when you do that, and then it's almost like you get taken advantage of because I don't know if this guy's too nice, maybe. I don't know what was going on. But the fact, he walked out on her. So honestly, I think he's good.
I think that was a good move.
Yeah, you think that was a good move?
I think that was a solid move.
Well, honestly,
I would have done the same thing. Fuck that bitch.
Bueno, the problem is that if you would have walked out on her like the way he did, without really hearing this voiceover that she's there like talking mad shit about what she's doing, then that's kind of fucked up. Because you invited her. Maybe she's just eating it normal and you're like, you don't say anything at the date.
But remember, so a little bit of context, he invited her for drinks. So originally they were just going to have drinks, and food really wasn't.
But I'm going to eat.
Yeah. And then it's like, if I invite you out and you order 4 dozen set pairs of oysters and you're going on, like I'll be like, what the fuck? And the way she ate it, that's also kind of gross. Slurping it up, like.
Maybe he was like,
I wish she would have been slurping something else. Probably
he probably thought she was gonna get super horny.
Yeah,
eating all the oysters, and the way she was like all the oysters.
Yeah,
he probably thought that he was gonna be next.
But then why would he walk out?
No,
because she kept on ordering.
No, I think it probably got to the point that he's just like, all right, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Probably after the first one, he's like, all right, oysters, yeah, fine.
Whatever. It was a good special. I think the price was
2 dozen, fair. You know what? A dozen sometimes ain't enough. You gotta keep on going. Once you go for 3-4 dozen, yeah, that was a little bit disrespectful. And the fact that the way she was talking. Or is it? Or are we just broke bitches? Because think about it. Because if we had money, we'd be like, bitch, order as much as you want.
But I don't even think so. I don't even think it's about the money. Because the bill was like, I think it ended up being like $200, which is expensive.
She just put $11 down though.
That was like the tip, I think. She tipped terrible to it. Like that was another feedback. She tipped like garbage. But I think the bill was around $200 or whatever. it's not crazy expensive. Like, it's expensive, but it's not nothing like earth shattering. And so I wouldn't have been mad about the price. I would have been mad about like the way you carry yourself. Because if she talks like that, like the voiceover, how was the interaction, dude? Because she had her phone out the whole time. I'm taking out a girl on a date and she has her phone out like that. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is this bitch doing?
Damn, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Recording everything,
The whole entire
slurping into the
time.
fucking mic.
Yeah, imagine you're on a date with someone, right?
Yeah.
And the entire time they're just recording what they're eating and you're just looking at them record themselves.
Yeah.
Like nothing else. No conversation. It's just watching them record themselves eat. And you invited this person to come eat with you.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is recording themselves eat and posting this.
Fuck no. But let's think about it like, okay, let's analyze it like this way. We're both in relationships, but objectively speaking, we've talked about this. First dates, seems like they've been texting, but they really haven't gone on a date. I feel like drinks is perfectly adequate. Like, oh, well, let's have drinks. Like, we live in Miami. This was in Atlanta. It's a big city, right? Hey, let's go have drinks, you know? Like, we'll talk. And that's not cheap either. Miami drinks are expensive. A drink is essentially like $20.
Some places 30, some
Yeah.
places 40.
I don't know what places you're going to.
No, I don't go there, but like I've seen bills. I've seen the bills that you sometimes post, and I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers are spending this much money on a fucking shot, dude.
Yeah. So it's like, it's not like drinks are cheap either. So, or, you know, but like it's more casual. Like if you don't really have a good time, you can walk away. Eating, it's just like, I feel like it's more of a commitment. Like if I'm sitting down there and having like a 3-course meal, and I don't know, I just don't think dinner dates are appropriate for first dates. Am I wrong? Or like, what are you thinking?
I think it depends because I also feel like stereotypically everybody thinks that a date, but it's not even about eating. I think it's about where you can take them.
Okay.
I think that's what they care about. Because if they cared about going out to eat, bro, you can take them to a fucking Applebee's, dude.
But they would never. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not about, taking them to dinner. It's where are you taking them? I'm thinking because we live in Miami, it's all about where can you take me? What's the status? Like, how much do you value my time?
Yeah.
Because if you take them to an Applebee's, they're going to be like, really, motherfucker, an Applebee's?
Yeah.
But if you take them to Gecko or fucking Komodo, they're going to be like,
Swan.
this motherfucker, you know? He's
Yeah.
trying, his guys, you know? So just by where you're being taken, you're looking at it like, oh, shit. But I also think that's a very superficial thing. I don't even think drinks is wise on the first date.
Really? Okay. Tell me.
A lot of people say that, oh, you loosen up and you're able to talk to them, whatever. Dude, I think the first date ever should be something, especially in today's society,
Okay.
in the daytime, in public, where there's a lot of people, in case something goes down, you know, you got people around you to protect you. You never know, bro.
Sure.
And then 3, something quick, something chill, something like going to grab a coffee. Meeting up somewhere, maybe if it were like a bakery where you're going to get like a little croissant, a little fucking muffin, and a coffee, that I fuck with. Because at least that time you're able to just focus on quick stuff. Like you're there just to kind of almost have something with you while you share, you know, a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
But then if it wants to go further, damn, okay, now we can go out to drinks. Now we can kind of expose ourselves a little bit more. Now you can kind of see a little bit deeper. But if I don't know, if I can't really, at least now, if I can't really break you or like really, like you don't let me in and I really can't engage with you to the sense of wanting to have a second date with you, sober, then it's like, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like you're cheating your way out of it. And I also think it's a Miami thing because everyone's like, oh, we want to go out, we're going to get drinks. So now we loosen up. But then once you start loosening up, that's when like decisions start to go a little bit all over the place. Okay. Now it could make you a little bit loose where you can now be more of yourself and you're talking and they're getting to know you. But I don't know, like you needed alcohol to do that. So it's like, is that really what you want to do on the first date?
True.
I feel like on the first date, you should see who they are as like a sober person.
A lot of people also don't
And
drink.
then-
What if that person is not really like a drinker?
Yeah, sure. Especially not,
Yeah,
ironically.
but a lot of people.
We're hypocrites.
Not saying that this is alcohol though. It could be apple juice or something.
This is apple juice.
Exactly. I like that. But then some woman will say, well, that's a low effort, right? Like low effort dates, coffee.
Well, but you need to earn it. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Why do I have to, like, I don't know anything about you. I don't know what your worth is. You don't know what my worth is. You don't know anything about me. So why don't we get to know each other on something that has nothing to do with status, where I'm taking you, like it's about you and the other person. Then if it's worth it, because like think about it, why am I going to invest, especially like we're talking about going on a date where it's like, oh, it's something simple, dude. Fucking come on, dude. In Miami, bro. I mean, dude, I ain't no fucking big money baller. I know there's a lot of them out here. I ain't one of those motherfuckers. You know, I actually care beyond that. I don't really care about the superficial shit, but then again, I'm also a broke motherfucker. But if I had money, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think, if I just wanted to impress the girl and I had bread, then yeah, I'll take her somewhere like that. But if I really wanted to meet someone I wanted to like introduce to my mom,
Yeah.
at that point, like, no, I don't think it matters where you take them. I think it matters of knowing the individual enough to say, damn, I want to continue seeing what's here.
Yeah.
Not just, oh shit, I took her to this place and now she thinks I'm cool. What, I got to keep up that now? Like, what are you with me for?
I get what you're saying. I mean, but someone, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Sure, I
here.
want you to.
Because someone will be like, well, I know my worth. Well, you're like, well, I don't know your worth. Well, bitch, I know my worth.
I know mine too.
So she's like, oh, take me to, I don't know, steakhouse. Well, I want to, I won't accept anything else. Then maybe you guys aren't aligned. Is that how you would take it?
Dude, there's no one worth it for them to speak to you that way.
Yeah.
If someone treats you that way and demands you to take them somewhere, ask if they have friends. Take them. I wouldn't waste my time with that person. Like, there's so many people, dude.
I guess also, like, if you if you're already telling me, like, from the get go, like, okay, this is you putting your foot forth, and it's okay, I expect this and this. Crazy expectation. That's like the easiest way to vet somebody, right? Because if you're telling me first date, we don't really know each other, that you only expect this and this and this, and it's like, well, let's start from the beginning. Let's start with the basics, right? Like, just keep it simple.
Coffeebreakup.com.
Yep. You can learn all about it.
Whatever the fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. And it's like, and we've talked about this. Dating is all about finding if you're compatible with somebody. There's some women that they will die on a hill, will say, you know what, a guy has to take me to this and this and this place. And it's like, bitch, be real.
I don't think it's that. I'm sorry.
No,
so
go
before
ahead.
that, I think we all just need to know who we are, and we all need to date within who we are. Like, if you're gonna demand that I take you somewhere like that,
Yeah.
find someone who will. That's not me.
Yeah,
you know, because there's other guys who they don't care. Remember, we had Renee. Remember Renee? We
Yeah,
had him
of
in
course,
the
of
podcast
course.
in Wynwood. HCAP, shout out to you guys. He said it all the time. He
Yeah.
goes, dude, like, I have money. Like, it's not an issue for me. So I don't care where I take them.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's irrelevant. But I think on the basis of the character of someone, because he's also like a guy who's like, he likes to blow his money too. Like, he's earned it, fine. But at the same time, it's like, if I want someone of quality, I'm not going to, I don't think it'll matter where I take you if you're like the person that's meant for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think dating's all over the place. But then again, that's not even the case here. You see, like, he's there, like, inviting her somewhere, and all she cared about was getting oysters.
Yeah.
Like, that was her goal. So it's like, you got people like that too, that they're just there to kind of take advantage.
Yeah, that's true. There's somebody out there for everybody, and we've had other people on, and what was it? Yeah, we've had other people on, and they're like, well, my thing is going on to nice restaurants and whatnot. And so I guess you just have to see who you can mesh with and see what works. Like my current girlfriend, Claudia, she's amazing, and our first date was went to like a wine bar, Lagniappe, which was amazing. We had a few bottles of wine, et cetera, et cetera. There was no food really involved. But 3 years later,
It worked.
We're still kicking. Yeah. So you just have to see what works for you. But I feel like ultimately, to circle back and finalize on that story, it's like if I ask you to invite for drinks and you fucking order like a whole bunch of shit, like, I don't think the guy was in the wrong. Do you feel like ultimately he was in the wrong for walking out?
I don't know. I think if it's the first date and that were to happen to me, I'd probably say something.
What would you have said?
I would have said something along the lines of like, how many more drinks are you planning on getting on top?
It wasn't the drinks. You only had one, I think.
She had two.
Lemon drop martini, but it wasn't. I invite you out for drinks.
I would say, oh, okay, so what else are you going to get aside from the drinks? What else are you planning on getting?
But then it's like, so
you think it's better to just walk out?
it wasn't about the drinks.
So you know,
the food that she ordered.
You know what the right answer is?
Tell me.
I think what's this guy's name? He's like very red pill too. I think his name is Justin Waller or Jason Waller.
I know who he
or
is.
something like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with.
He had said some shit that you go up to the bar and something about getting a drink, and if they try you like you don't got money or whatever, he goes, pay for the drink anyways, and then walk away. Then the girl's gonna look at you like, oh shit, he's got it like that, but he's not even trying to stick around and try to impress me. He just did it and bounced. And he goes, oh, buy it, and be like, here's your drink, and then just bounce. That expensive drink. I think I may be way off, but I think of it as, I think the right answer is, dude, you pay for it and you never talk to that bitch again.
Okay.
Because like you kind of what do you do? That's what makes the most sense. Because it's almost like, listen, I invited you out to drinks, but that's also a little bit vague. Because you could be like, oh, like let's go out. What are you gonna say? Let's go out for food and drinks?
No, but if I say let's go out for drinks, I think if I say let's go out for drinks, it could apply like let's get foods, like a little snacks.
Oysters.
Yeah, 48 of them.
I like oysters, dude. I'll eat 48 in a sitting.
I don't think you would.
Me and someone else?
No, well, I think she did most of the damage. I think she did
she ate
all the
all
damage.
48.
Yes. There's no way you can eat 48 oysters, dude.
I don't know if I can eat 48 in one sitting, but I can eat a shit ton of oysters. I like oysters.
I like them too.
48 seems like a lot, though.
48 seems like an
a
awful
challenge,
lot.
like a food challenge.
Yeah. It's like camera on you. But also, like, dude, like, she was just trying this guy. And the way she was talking on the camera, like, and she was recording everything. And never once did she record this motherfucker, right? She only recorded the food and her drink. So
she only went to record him when he wasn't sitting there no more.
Yeah. She put it like on the empty chair. What was the chair that you weren't showing the chair when he was in it? So no, I think the guy felt disrespected.
But you think what he did was right? Walking out and not saying shit, just being like, yo, I'm going to the bathroom and bouncing? I mean, I'm sure at that moment, because think about it.
I would have been lit, dude.
Sometimes you see red. Sometimes you see red and you're like,
yo, fuck that.
All right. You know what? I'll be right back and just bounce. I could see him doing that.
I've never even not even considered doing that. You know, it sucks, but I mean, good for him. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, good for him.
So you think
that's
what
my
he did
verdict.
was right?
I think what he did was right. But then again, be more careful of who you ask out on a date. He texted her for weeks. She ignored him, which is what she was saying at the beginning. If I'm texting you, if I'm expressing interest and you are very vague about it and you keep me on red and you don't really respond, you don't put no effort, I'm not going to continue to try, dude. Because then now I know my worth too. It's like, you know what the fuck you want to eat and all that shit like that. Well, if you're not even going to reciprocate responding to me and having a conversation, getting to know each other before we meet in person, then what the fuck am I doing? You know?
This motherfucker's farting is what he's doing.
Shit all over the place. But that's a great way to go into our second kind of segment, which is, did you watch that the Cheesecake
Let's play
Factory
it. Let's
video?
play it. That one was long. I think I saw bits of it.
You saw like pieces of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send me that one again.
Okay.
On 3. If anything, just put your volume down.
My volume is down. Go.
1, 2, 3.
Whew. Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes. Would you want me to open the door for you? Look. Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
Well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again,
maybe
I don't
we're not
know
there
yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
and then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well look
Okay,
at
so-
I mean,
look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call
See-
him. Call him.
No,
What do you mean no?
see,
I know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m., right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs,
I understand.
For an hour, right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long.
That's fucked up.
I got home a little late. And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
And that's why I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do.
I
I
mean-
would have been.
This looks like a first date, and it goes back to what we were saying. Like, what is a good idea for a first date? How should you behave? I feel like this guy seemed like a nice guy, dude, and I honestly agree with what she said. Like, first date, I don't think I would want to invite anybody to my apartment or house. Fair enough. But the guy picked her up, very sweet, made reservations, all that stuff. First date, I think that's great. Very
Anything,
important.
I'm sure he probably made the reservation for Aria, and since she took forever, they couldn't honor it anymore. Maybe you ever thought of that,
I mean, we would have to speculate. We don't know.
dude? If imagine I go to pick you up, and I have reservations at a certain time, so I'm gonna pick you up at a certain time. That's my plan. And then I show up and you make me wait in the car for another
An
hour.
hour.
How do you expect me to even make the reservation on time? Like, I plan to pick you up and go to the restaurant so we could eat. I didn't take an hour extra into consideration to wait for you to get ready while I'm downstairs.
I also wouldn't wait for anybody for an hour, to be honest with
And
you.
he did.
Yeah, that's so exactly. More power to him.
Anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, no, like that's crazy. Keeping someone waiting for an hour at a first date. But nonetheless, cheesecake first date. What do you think? Because you like the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Listen. I think Cheesecake Factory is great.
Sure.
I understand why she's saying that. However, I think this is a case of being very realistic and understanding of your current situation. Clearly, she is not one to be courted. And clearly, she's not a beautiful woman. Because if she was, she can actually go out with the guy that she wants to go out with. Didn't seem like she wanted to go out with this guy. If she
Yes.
really wanted to go out with this guy, she would go anywhere with him. If she was vibing with him. But you're in no position to be demanding to go somewhere else. Ain't nobody wants you. How'd you even meet this guy? This looks like it was some sort of blind date type of shit. It's her first date. And not for nothing, the guy, he's not like the best looking guy either. Not a bad looking guy.
Yeah, he's
But
alright.
for her to be claiming like, I'm a beautiful woman who deserves to be courted. Like, dude, that's not, like, look who you're on a date with. Like, I don't know. That's kind of like analyzing your situation, understanding like, dude, like, this isn't, like, I don't, like, how did you even meet this guy?
Yeah.
For you to think that you, like, it's not like you have a list of people waiting for you to take you to all these places. If not, you would have been there with those guys. Instead, you're on a blind date probably with this guy who waited for an hour to take you to a restaurant that now you're just being ungrateful for.
Good point. Very good.
You don't
point.
think so?
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like there's a when you're looking at the dating market, you have to date within like your what is it? How would I say it? You have to date within like your margins of what your, I don't want to say what you're worth, but what you fit into. Like, you have to be realistic of who you are, how you look, and who is going to be attracted to you. Like if I'm single, like me, who I am, my body composition, what I do, how much I make, I have to be realistic that I live in Miami where there's beautiful women all over the place. Most of them wouldn't date me, because I drive a fucking 10-year-old car. Like, that fucking is a piece of shit. That alone would disqualify me from a lot of women. And I have to be realistic of that. And so her saying she's a beautiful woman, like, bro, be realistic, dude. The lipstick looks like it's from the fucking dollar store.
Yeah. She doesn't look like she's in shape.
She looks like shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She says she looks like shit. She looks like shit.
Yeah, like, I don't want to be an asshole, but it's also like, because, like, dude, I have to bust my ass to, like, be in shape and to, like, lose weight, be fit.
I look good.
Motherfuckers take time. That requires effort. It requires consistency, discipline. It requires a lot.
Yeah.
So then for you to be just sitting there just because you took an extra hour to get ready, dude. Oh, you got busy with work, this and that. If anything, he could have been like, oh, shit, never mind. Look, like, it's not working. Like, they could have canceled the day because she was busy. That motherfucker still showed up.
He did. I personally don't think Cheesecake Factory is a spot where I would take a woman on the first date. I wouldn't have done it. I think Cheesecake Factory is great, I don't think it's great for the first date. I think for the first date, you do want to maybe put a little bit of more effort into it.
Why?
I think it's the first time we've met. It's like,
I'm sorry, what do you mean by effort? Oh, so I'm trying to impress them.
Maybe like low key. It doesn't have to be anything more expensive. Cheesecake Factory is not the most cheapest place either anymore. It's not even about the
chain.
price.
Everything was a chain.
It's a chain restaurant. It's very like, everyone knows Cheesecake Factory. But if I'm taking you to maybe like a spot down the street where that's like a family owned, there's a, yeah.
There you go.
I was thinking the same thing.
Of course, dude. Family owned.
Exactly. Family owned down the street. Food's good.
Very authentic. Hit him up. 49th Street. 3 on 49th Street.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
Something very authentic where I have a connection to the place. Now I'm putting an effort into it, thinking rather than Cheesecake Factory. I don't think it's about the cost of the place. I'm not saying I would take her to Applebee's or whatever, but putting in a little bit of effort into the first date, I think I would do it. But I don't think her reaction was valid. I think she should have just gone.
It was a little exaggerated.
I think she was being a little bit extra.
Why pick up the phone? You know what I hated the most about that? Dude, the guy started answering to the camera too. You didn't see that?
Yeah, he was like looking into it.
He literally tried justifying himself.
He probably felt like, I got to defend myself. So he probably
Would you?
I don't think so.
Too bad. I'm thinking of
Maybe I would.
I'm thinking of it right now, and I think right now that I'm hot, I'm going to be like, bitch. But I think what a man would do, like a man of honor, someone who can, like, knows his value, he would just be like, you don't want to get out of the car? Okay, no problem. Let's go back home.
I would have taken her back home.
That's all I would have done. I wouldn't have felt like, yeah, okay, we can talk about it. Yeah, because he was trying. Too bad. He's a nice guy.
He seems like a very nice guy.
That's the problem. He's a nice guy.
Too nice.
Well, is he a nice guy? Nice guys are the ones that screw you up. Whatever. But he seems like he's an actual nice guy. Like, he really wants to try. Like, he's putting in effort. And for you to just treat him like that. Like now I understand why people hate dating, or people hate putting themselves out there, or hate, like, putting in effort to people, because then those people exist.
Yeah.
Where it's like they just take advantage of you, where it's like you don't even know if they're being genuine. Like, why are you even here? Because then you go out, and then, let's say, for example, she does get out of the car. She probably turns into the one who eats 48 oysters.
Well, it's cheesecake. They wouldn't have oysters. Sure.
Yeah, have 48 cheesecakes, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
48 cheesecakes.
Fat bitch.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It got me a little bit hot.
It got me hot, dude. And I'm very grateful for... This shit would never happen to me. But I'm grateful that, we both have really great, loving girlfriends.
Yeah, dude.
But that dating market is shit, which comes back to the question that I was going to ask. And I thought about this for a little bit before this all happened. You okay? We're almost done. I was going to ask you, who do you think has it harder, like, in terms of dating, objectively speaking? You feel like, is it harder for women to date in today's dating market, or for men?
Gotta fix your bullets.
Oh, shit, it came up.
So who's it more difficult for?
Yeah, what is it more, who's it more difficult?
The dating market?
Yeah, like, in terms of...
Here in Miami?
Yeah, Miami, any major city, Miami, Vegas, California.
The dating market in Miami, I would say it's probably more difficult for men.
I would say the same
It's intimidating, dude.
I feel like I agree. And do we say this because we're men?
You think we're biased?
Fuck, I would like not to believe so, but from what I can see, the videos, like, women have such a crazy fucking expectation of what a man is supposed to do in 2023. Like, supposed to pay for everything, do all this shit. Women's supposed to just fucking be at home, look fucking pretty. Like, dude, no, man. It's 2023. You have to be realistic of the times that you live in.
Let me ask you this, dude. When you see videos of women like that, does it not make you want to take the red pill a little bit more? I'm not, listen. We've had this conversation before. Yeah. There's levels. And I think there's extremities. There's a spectrum of red pillage and blue pillage. I'm thinking, dude, if women like that exist, you have to be a little bit more red pill.
No, because then there's also men who exist who are very, like,
I would love to see that girl on Fresh and Fit. And I would love for them to, like, just go. I'm actually on Fresh and Fit side right now. I'm giving, but they're not there. Like, they need the shout out. But I'm actually fucking on their side on this one. If she were on that show,
they eat her life. They would eat her life.
And you don't think she'd deserve it?
A fat ass.
You don't think she would deserve it?
She would, of course.
Okay, then. So,
but okay, like, just because I agree with a certain incident doesn't mean that I'm rooting for the cause, right? So it's like, yeah, does the red pill have certain categories that I agree with? Of course. But you can make the argument for anything in life. And so in that instance, yeah, I feel like men should stand up and be proud of who they are and say enough is enough. But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm so fucking red pill because there's a bunch of fucking...
No, I'm not saying that, but because I always say it, like, in the chat with Gabe, I'm like, oh, they exist. And, like,
yeah, they do everything. That's what I'm saying.
I get it. I get it. But because they do, that's why I'm saying it requires you to have some level of red pillage. Because if not, then you just get walked over because, you know, you have to support whatever the fuck the movement is. And I think to a certain degree, like, dude, there's a little bit of fairness that has to happen here. And I feel like I don't want to praise women having to destroy men.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I love women. I think that they need to have whatever the fuck they're rooting for, whatever the fuck the cause is, whatever the fuck you guys want, fine. But not at the expense of respecting men. I don't think a man needs to be disrespected because then that's where you get the extremity of red pill that you see on Fresh and Fit, where they're just going after these fucking girls. Yeah. That's the extreme. I don't think that's right, but it exists. And that's why you just have to make sure that, you know, you just got to be careful with it. I don't think it's cool.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying 100%. And I feel like ultimately, I think guys have it harder in this dating market than women because we talked about this earlier. We've seen videos. Guys literally have to earn everything that they have. Like in order, like we're trying right now to become successful. We both have jobs. Doing this at fucking on a Friday night at 9 p.m. when we've had a fucking long ass day. Like we're working really hard to become successful. Women just have to be pretty and look good and be at the right place at the right time, and that's kind of it. Yeah. And so, if I mean, unless you disagree, but like objectively speaking, not every time. There's a lot of women who work very hard. Of course, you have to say it. But ultimately, fucking men work very hard to be able to accomplish a lot of these things. Most of these things.
Do you agree? Do you agree with the curve of that women have more value when they're younger and prettier than when they're older versus men that they have no value when they're younger because you said we have to earn everything.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that kind of like chart where men are shit when they're young and more valuable as they're older, and women it's the opposite? You think so? Well, generally.
Are we what are you talking about value? Because we talked about this
sexual value. I
guess,
or
like the dating market. Yeah, Casey Chops.
Oh, Casey Chops.
We talked about this. Shout out to him.
What is it? How did he call it?
He said the dating market
or
like,
the sex appeal. No,
the mating value. Was it that?
Something like that.
Whatever. We in reference to
sexual value.
Yeah. Whatever. I can see that because men naturally we're drawn to be attracted to younger women like in their early 20s, mid 20s, because they represent a lot of very high fertility. So then if there's women who are in their mid-30s or late 30s, we're going to look at them differently. It's just biologically how we are wired. Why? Because we're wired to reproduce. If I'm meeting a woman who's 38 and a woman who's 25, biologically speaking, I'm going to be more attracted to a woman that's 25. It's just the reality of it because I'm wired to reproduce. So, not all the cases, but most of the cases, women who are, let's say, 25, that they are rated higher on the dating market than women who are in their mid-30s. It's just the reality of it. So, and now, like you and I, we're both 30. You're about to be 31, you old ass bitch. But you look great. You're in the best shape of your life. You look good. You're smart. You're educated. You're funny. You're charismatic, etc., etc. You know, like I could keep going on and on.
You should.
But we don't have that much time, guys. So, you know, in 5-10 years, you could still peak. Meanwhile, you know, Christina, I love her to death, but, you know, she'll be 31 too in a week. And then 35, you know, 38. On the dating market, if she were to break up with you, it'll be harder for her. For you, you walk out and you'll find another girlfriend in 5 minutes.
I don't think so.
I think you, 100%.
You think so?
100%. Not right now.
Maybe I don't hold myself.
Not right now.
Maybe not right now.
But like in 5-10 years, if you're successful, you're well off, you have a nice beard and a fade, you know, whatever, you're looking good. You look great, dude. You take
a fade.
You take care of yourself. You still go to Zoom. You'll be great. Yeah. You know, Christina, you know, she's dude, she'll be older.
It's fucked up, dude.
I love her, dude, but
talk about Claudia. Talk about your girl like that.
Same thing. Same thing. I love her to death. But
let me ask,
your dating value will decrease as you get older. For women and for men, it will increase.
So then let me ask you, let's say, okay, you continue on this journey that you're on.
Yeah.
You take care of yourself. And I think that we are going to. I think that we understand the value of longevity and health. Sure. And I think it's a really nice time for that. I think it's a really nice time for health because we're understanding that, you know, when it comes to medicines and pills and stuff like that, they tell you take this, but it's like, it solves the problem temporarily, but I still have the problem. Whereas what's the root cause? And we're understanding with health, fitness, and whatever. Let's say that, you know what, the next 10 years come by. You haven't changed a bit. You look the same, right? Tip-top shape, more successful though, you know, but you still look the same as when you did when you were in your 30s, right? How do you think you'll be able to battle possible temptation? Because as you said, you know, as they're older, sexual, what's the word we're using?
Market value?
Sure.
Yeah.
Isn't as high anymore. Maybe that, you know, you're still a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll be approached by, you know, younger women, prettier women, more reproductive. Women, biologically speaking. How do you expect or how do you plan or what advice would you give to someone who maybe like, oh, you know what? I want to like, fuck it. I still can.
But to be honest with you, well, you have to think about, you have to look beyond looks because there's always going to be somebody who looks better than your partner, than your wife, than your spouse, etc., etc., etc. Like looks, if you look past that, are not really as important. It's what catches your eye, but what is beyond that? Like the relationship I have with Claudia is amazing. Like we laugh, we have fun, we talk shit. Like if you would like mic us up and you would hear the stuff that we talk about, like she understands me. We share the same kind of fucked up humor. So I love that. And so I had to work at a high-end hotel where a beautiful woman all the time. And obviously there's always going to be somebody out there who looks better than everybody. Same thing with her. There's always sometimes you guys, I'm like, fuck, why was my girl with me, dude? I look like shit compared to this fucking supermodel.
Too bad. Ever since we started like getting like in really good shape, especially with Zoom, shout out Zoom.
Yeah.
There's times where like there'll be like a good looking guy walking by and I'm like, damn, that motherfucker's good looking.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, bro, I'm now at the position that I'm like, no, you know what? Like I think what I have is it's good. It's legit.
Like your features?
No, like my relationship, but also because I take care of myself too.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't take care of myself.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. Like I take care of myself. You know, my girl takes care of herself. And so I look past beauty because like I've been in that spot where I would like chase fucking chicks and do all this kind of fucked up shit, and then it's like at the end of the day, it's just there's so much more than just looks. There's so much more than just fucking a chick or doing this or being sketchy or whatever. Like it's just not worth it. And so I learned the hard way what it's like to kind of do stuff that isn't really authentic to who you're trying to be. And so, I'm very grateful for the relationship that I have with my partner right now, and I love her. And so if there's temptation down the line, which there will be, I'm sure, because we live in a city where we live in Miami. Of course, there's always
You think you're going to be here forever, though?
Huh?
You think you're going to be here forever? Do you think you're going to be here in Miami forever?
I hope not, dude. There's 196 countries. You think I'm just going to be in one city for the rest of my life? I think that's kind of like a disservice to life.
You really?
I believe so. I would love to move around, maybe. I'm going to take this off.
Let me fix it. Throw it to me.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
I would love to maybe live in somewhere in a different country for 6 months, a year. The goal for me is, if I had funds, is to have different properties in different countries. I would love to have a place in Spain. I would love to have something maybe in Sweden, or like throughout the country, Bali for sure. Like that's the goal, and kind of move around. Obviously if you have a family, it's a little bit more difficult. But no, like one place for the rest of my life, I don't believe that would be me. To be honest with you.
Okay. So let's say you were to move to Colombia or something.
Sure.
And then you get tempted there. I've never been, dude, but I hear crazy shit.
But think about tempted to what? To go, there's a fine chick and fuck a chick, and like it lasts 30 minutes or whatever the fuck.
Who's lasting? You're lasting 30 minutes.
No, like the whole experience, the whole thing.
Okay.
With foreplay and in between. You know what I'm saying?
You do a lot of foreplay if you're there for 30 minutes, dude.
Whatever, dude. And let's say the whole thing, it's like, is that really worth it? You're going to wake up the next day and you're going to be like, fuck, I shouldn't have done this. And you're going to go back to the person you say you love and you want to be with for the rest of your life. And you're going to look into her eyes. You're going to either lie to her, and you have to live with that for the rest of your life. You have to be honest with her. Have to live with, her reaction is going to destroy her. For what? For fucking a few minutes of physical pleasure? It's now...
Oh, no. The headphones. You're fucked up.
What? No, I got it.
Okay.
It's not worth it, dude. And I learned the hard way. And I moved beyond that. And hopefully I will never find myself in that position again. I don't anticipate on doing that because it's just not worth it, And it's like, am I going to say I'm going to be with Claudia for the rest of my life? I can't predict the future. But if I ever feel like this is not working out for me, then I would rather walk away than do what we've talked about, Fuck that.
Let me ask you, what would you say to people that would take that comment you just said and be like,
which one?
Oh, are you not sure about your girlfriend? Then why are you with her?
No,
you said, I can't predict the future.
I can't.
Someone
because
else
I
would
can't.
be like, oh, then why are we even doing this if you can't see us together?
Because I can't see myself together. I can't see myself with her. But circumstances change. Life changes. And down the line, if I'm in a position where I'm no longer happy for whatever
and
reason.
Vice versa. Maybe
she's not happy. Something happens.
You're a piece of shit sometimes,
I can be. And so
like that.
And I can be. And so I would never want to be in a position where... Let's say, for an example, and I think it's a good way to close off, Will Smith and Jada
Smith. Pocket.
And Jada Smith.
Jada Pinkett Smithdid, yeah.
If I'm in that position, I would rather walk away and say, you know what, I gave it my all, but this is clearly not the position that I want to be in.
Does anybody know why he still stays there?
I don't know.
What? Cause where's his book? Where are his comments? Why is it only her?
Dude, he did like a video and he just took out, like a response, but he didn't really say anything. It was like comments were turned off. I don't know what's wrong with him. I used to have so much respect for him. And
I don't have respect for him.
I don't. From what, dude? He's a shell of a man. He didn't come out. The things that he's done. That woman broke him, and all this. Every time she had another interview, another episode, why do people keep interviewing her? Like, why do people every time she says something, it's like to degrade her marriage, to degrade fucking Will Smith, to elevate Tupac, who's been dead for fucking 3 decades.
It's to promote her book. She has a new book out.
I know. I just hope it sells 0 copies, dude.
No, that shit is probably super sold already, dude.
You think so?
Are you kidding me? Everybody wants to know about this. Everybody wants to write about it. Look, we're here talking about it. We're hoping this gets clicks. Everybody wants to fucking know about Jada Pinkett Smith and her relationship with Will Smith.
I think it's disgusting, dude. She broke that man and
You know what I think is more disgusting?
tell me.
Is the fact that we have so much media coverage on this because everybody knows that it's going to get views and everybody knows that it's going to get clicks and everybody knows that it's going to get a lot of watches and listens and whatever the fuck. So everybody wants to make it bigger than what it probably is. Dude, I mean, if you think about it, every relationship is different. Every relationship has their own things. I'm sure there are relationships that are more fucked up than Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Certainly,
But she's there publicizing everything.
but also they glamorized their relationship for so many years and they did, and they made it seem like they were this perfect couple and they had this amazing marriage, and then people realized, yo, like what you guys have is fucking shitty. And I don't want to have what you have. People made songs about their their marriage. Like, oh, I want the Will Smith and Jada Smith kind of love. And it's like, now people are like, do I? And it's like, no, I don't. And the whole thing with the fucking slap, Chris Rock, that happened, and how she just tears this guy down is just, goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like, if I'm in that position, I'd rather walk away. So I don't know what happens, but I know that I wouldn't want to end up like them.
What would you do if you were in that situation? What would you do if you were Will Smith?
Dude, I would fucking leave her ass. They were separated for how many? I think it was 6 years. And so
And supposedly that when he smacked Chris Rock and he's like, keep my wife's name
out
your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
That she was like, eh. we haven't even said.
I'm your wife.
So since when? I thought we stopped calling his.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm very like against divorce. I'm like, I don't really like the idea of it. But in their case, yeah, I think a divorce is appropriate because, dude, she has no respect for him. She just fucking shits all over his name, his legacy. There was a video that resurfaced that she was saying that she didn't even want to get married to him. That she hated the marriage. She had a terrible time. And he was like laughing and trying to play it off. And if my wife talks to me about that, how she hated getting married to me, the idea of marriage, and didn't want to get married with me, why the fuck would I get married? So it's like, it just kind of goes to show you, like, some women aren't really deserving of it. And there's, it's true.
Why women deserve less?
No, why women deserve nothing. That bitch is a fucking vulture, dude. And there's millions of women who would treat Will Smith so much better.
Yeah.
And it certainly isn't
Jada
Pinkett Smith. So, be careful who you marry, Like this episode was all about shitting over women, and I'm totally here for it.
What's up with you, dude?
Dude, because I don't like that stuff, too.
Someone thought I was gay because I was shitting on women.
I think you're gay, but not because you're shitting on women.
I just think I'm gay.
I just think you're gay.
Might be right. I'm kidding.
If they see this clip, they're gonna fucking lose their mind.
No, dude, but too bad. I kind of feel like we're fresh and fit right now.
I shit over everyone. I fucking call out men when they do stupid shit, and I call out women when they do stupid shit. Okay, and lately, it's been more women than men. And so I like to call them out.
Before we close this off, you know what you should do?
Tell me.
We need to review Halloween costumes.
Okay. Oh, really quickly, yeah.
Let me look up I'm just gonna Google.
Okay. And then you want to save them as you go?
Top 10 sluttiest Halloween costumes. Oh, sexiest. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this girl's wearing a thong.
Let me see.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today too.
Crazy.
What would you do if your girl posted that?
She would never.
She wouldn't be my girl.
She wouldn't be my girl for sure.
All right, what do you think about this one? You think this one's appropriate, or you think this one's too much for Halloween?
I would have to see the back, but this is sexy.
You think this is you understand?
I understand, but again, look, she looks like this. But if my girl was wearing this, who's a little bit more, like she has more cleavage, it would look a little bit more sexual.
But let me ask you.
So that you got to be realistic.
But let me ask you, this outfit, because you see it on someone who isn't as
voluptuous. The word. Busty.
Smoking from
the word I like to use, but sure.
That's the word you like to use?
I don't like to use that word.
So, okay, so she's not as busty. You say your girl is more busty, right? So you think it's appropriate for her to wear it, but you don't think it's appropriate for your girl to wear it then?
Because different outfits will
but also
accentuate your certain
understand.
features.
But also understand, it could be a lot worse than this.
It could be. It's a full body.
And you
suit,
also
which-
can't, kind of punish her
no.
because she's just blessed differently.
Oh, you just gotta wear something more appropriate.
Okay, so this isn't appropriate for someone who's
I don't-
heavier chested.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, no.
but
Heavy-chested.
for her and her frame, you think that's appropriate?
Yeah, but she's like small and timid, and yeah.
You think she's covered up enough?
Yeah,
It's sexy, but not too sexy.
exactly depending on how the back
Okay.
will look.
Okay, let's
I
scroll
think, yeah.
down. Let's scroll down to Love Honey.
Yes,
Fantastic chic bunny costume.
That is also a little bit more covered because you have the chic thing here, and you have the little what are these called? Like the little net that you're wearing.
Like that fishnet stuff? Okay,
Yeah,
so
the
then you
fishnet.
think this is more appropriate?
That's even more covered.
Okay, I agree, yeah.
I give the green light on this one.
Let's go down a little bit.
The Queen of Hearts costume.
Queen of Hearts costume. This one has a shit ton of clothes on.
Yeah, I like it.
This one is
little bit.
relationship approved. All right,
Yep.
ladies.
This is
So
a
if you're in a
solid.
relationship, it's a good option. It's a
Yeah.
good find. Let me scroll down a little bit for you guys so you can see what it's called.
And then you have the Ann Summers air hostess outfit.
Ann Summers air hostess outfit. Okay, this
Here's-
one
Yeah, that's good. You have cleavage showing here, but I
you
like
wouldn't
it.
you think that's okay?
I think that's okay.
But think about it. She'll be with you. Look at you with your guns out. Your arms are out.
Yeah,
nice
yeah, I think
bulging.
that's
Your
okay.
Put on some baby oil, maybe looking all nice and clean.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. That's okay.
This one's okay. Let me show this one.
And there's a Forever Young PVC cat suit.
What do you think about that one?
That one is good.
You
it's
think it's more covered up, but wouldn't you
it's
argue?
very sexual.
Exactly. Wouldn't you?
I would say no because
You think it's too much?
yeah, because like, dude, you look like one of those women who
Dominatrix,
Da-
I think
yeah,
is what they're
exactly.
called. Okay, so this is not okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, most no, stay here.
The next one looks crazy as fuck.
Oh, it's scissors hands. Oh, but
Yeah.
this one's super appropriate, no?
Yeah, in terms of the outfit, yeah.
Okay, fucking.
Next one.
Next one, okay.
That one's good.
I don't even know who this is, but it looks like she's a figure skater. So nothing too crazy
That
here.
one's good too.
Okay, what else
Next
we
one
got?
is Ann Summers' horny devil outfit.
What do you think about that one?
No, I don't think that. I wouldn't want.
Why? Because it says horny devil, or
No, because also like again, I think in my case, my girl's cleavage will be out too much.
Too busty.
Yeah, too busty.
Oh, okay, fantasy lingerie warrior goddess
Ooh.
superhero costume.
That's very that's good.
This is okay.
I think that's okay.
You don't think she's gonna be spilling over the top? You're not gonna feel some
my
type
girl
of way.
would. My girl would be. Her titties would be.
So not acceptable.
So not from my girl.
Maybe she
for
wore a
your
cape.
girl.
Maybe she needs to wear a cape.
Yeah, that
She
would
wore
be
a
good.
cape and covered
I
her
would like
entire body.
Yeah, so very good.
Oh, well, this one doesn't say much. I'm not even gonna entertain this. The design with the bunny ears.
Nah,
Fuck
that's nothing.
that. Ooh,
That one is good.
This one's perfect.
Red
Hey.
hood costume.
Ladies, if you're looking for a costume, you don't want your man to bitch. Instead of giving him a headache and dressing like a slut, you can just wear this. This is cute,
That looks great.
right?
And then you have a
I
woman's.
mean, you're in a relationship, so think about it. Like, what's the point? You like, why argue with your man? Like, oh, but he should let me wear what I want, dude. You're in a relationship. Respect him just like you would want him to respect you.
and you're not taking anybody else home anyways, dude. Like
It's not that.
what the
It's
fuck?
not that. I'm just thinking like it's boundaries, dude. Like you wouldn't want your man to do some type of shit that maybe other people would think, oh, dude, but that's fucked up. Like you should let him do that. Vice versa, the same shit. Like there's levels to what's appropriate, and if your man's not uncomfortable, dude, then find another man that is, if that's what you like. Next, cheerleader.
Good. That's good.
This one's good.
That one's good.
Marvin approved.
I like it. The next one good too.
Beer maid.
I like it. Good.
You think that's appropriate? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, she looks like she works at a fucking.
Dude, she just looks
nightclub.
like she's going out to it. Yeah, she looks like she's going out. This doesn't even look like a costume.
That's not a costume.
But it's funny. Think about it. 2023, and this is what people are calling Halloween costumes.
I know. Joke.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, heart racer set.
That's good.
This one's perfect. Relationship approved. Marvin approves.
I like
Relationship
it. I
approved.
like it. And you have the dark matte Hatter costume. That's good.
Mad Hatter. Oh my God, that's the best one. I
Yeah.
think. I think you know what? Everybody should wear this for Halloween this year. I think this is appropriate.
Fursky flight attendant
Yo,
costume.
how many costumes are here, dude?
There's a bunch.
Okay, no, we're gonna
Most
stop
of these
on.
are good.
We're gonna stop on the next one. Okay,
Yeah.
so we got Frisky,
Yeah, there's too many.
and then we're gonna finish off with this police jumpsuit. What do you think about this police jumpsuit? This kind of reminds me of the Catwoman thing.
Yeah, looks like it.
Little too much.
Mm.
What do you think?
No, it looks good.
You
Like
think so?
it. Yeah, I like it.
What about the cleavage?
I mean, see again, this girl barely has any chest. My girl would look probably different.
So no, she can't wear this either.
I would have to see.
What is she gonna be for Halloween? What are you letting her wear?
She's not gonna be anything. I don't know.
She's gonna be a nun.
She should be a nun. She should be. What about your girl?
She's gonna be Taylor Swift. What?
Is she really?
Yeah.
It's not really
I'm gonna be Travis Kelce,
anything
her boyfriend,
glamorous.
her football player boyfriend. Moose.
Yeah, I mean, I guess ultimately, we've talked about this last Halloween, this Halloween. I think it's just, most girls kind of wear like very slutty outfits. I'm not too fond of it.
No.
It's not really my cup of tea.
Okay.
But to each their own, you know.
I think if you guys are gonna watch this right before Halloween, if you're new in a relationship, be very careful. Have the conversation of what's appropriate and what you guys are down with. If you guys are not cool with showing off an extra skin, then maybe you guys, should start shopping for Halloween costumes together, making sure that it's a relationship approved. If anything, you guys have any questions, send it to the Coffee Breakup. Marvin will gladly give you the. No, you're the one that's saying if it's good or not.
Okay.
Send us your Halloween costume ideas.
Yeah.
We'll put a poll. And then we'll let you know if it's relationship approved. And send it to us. Maybe you'll have an opportunity to be on our story. We might repost you. We'll tag you. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, fucking send
Fuck it. Yeah, send us your shit.
Send us the outfit.
We'll let you know if it's relationship approved. That way, if you're single, you'll know if it's okay with your mans. And if you're in a relationship, we'll let you know if you're going to get a bitching at the end of the night. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy to be back here with Christian. And it's been a while, but Happy Halloween, guys.
Wish I can say the same. Later.
Ciao, guys.
Bye, Mushi. Bye.